Es un hombre extraordinario.
Me impresiona mucho.
Pues sabes que yo creo que no es tanto el físico, es más bien la personalidad que tiene y todo lo que proyecta.
Ya me lo imagino con su smoking blanco, un martini en una mano y un costoso habano en la otra. Provocativo. Atractivo.
A new stereophonic sound spectacular.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of hip. This is a new departure in language instruction for English-speaking people who want to talk to and be understood by jazz musicians, hipsters, beatniks, juvenile delinquents, and the criminal fringe.
Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur. Nous allons, grâce à ce disque créé spécialement pour vous, essayer de tirer ensemble le maximum de qualité sonore de votre chaîne haute fidélité.
Sit back, relax, and close your eyes.
No, actually, don't sit back, don't relax, and open your eyes, open your mind. How are you, people? This is Wednesday, October the 4th. I was not supposed to be... Oh, the sun, the powerful sun, endless summer. Are you happy with that? So we'll let a couple of minutes to people of LinkedIn's, Twitter. Now I'm live on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I'm going to be later on Agile Lounge with the same broadcasting. And probably on the audio podcast because it's incredible. I receive a lot of from colleagues into the influencer movement and podcasting movement and vlogger movement about what is going on, especially my people abroad and Latin America, Europe, United States mostly, asking me what is going on with this CRTC stuff. So I'm Alexandre Frédéric Joly, your co-chef. I'm the owner and founder and creator at Agile Lounge for business agility. I'm also the creator and main facilitator and coach at the FLEP program for freedom lifestyle of entrepreneur. Also merging with VC if you have great idea and great innovation. But today it's a bit like, it's a kind of a reacting video, let's call it like this, that I want to do about this CRTC stuff. And just maybe before we go there and see like how many people will join to maybe have a conversation about that, kind of a Q&A live. Just want to remind you that there's an invitation for IRL in-person event. For those who are in Montreal, you will receive a special VIP invitation to come for the launch of a new innovative professional services by yours truly on Friday the 13th of October, 12 noon. So the Friday live streams will be a special event, streaming live all around the world. But I hope to be surrounded by beautiful and amazing people at the Crew Collective. I reserved the balcony. For those who know that place, the Crew Collective is a co-working space into an old bank of the 20th century, 1920. And they have a beautiful balcony, so the background will be magnificent to do the live stream from there. I did some times there, so for those of you who follow me for about like 2 years, you know the place. So I hope to be surrounded by people, and we're going to launch these new professional services under the brand AFJ. AFJ, make it happen. So it's a rendezvous, Friday the 13th. And this week, on Friday, I announce right now that we're going to broadcast the Friday Live Agile. I think it's number 120. What is it? We are 26. Is it 21, 26? Carla, help me. Here it is. The 128 already. My goodness. Okay. It's going to be called Judgment or Curiosity. Oh, and it's beyond Scrum. It's beyond business agility. So let me just do a quick validation here to open the chat. Or the fake chat, stupid thing on... Okay, so I'm live on LinkedIn. That's funny. Because they canceled me last week for a very general topic that I was invited at Agile Boston to talk about Agile is the new waterfall. So I don't know what made me cancel there. But now it's the CRTC and the podcasters like me. Even though I'm a volunteer, I have only about a range of 5,000 subscribers all across the platform, from Apple Podcasts, What else? There's Apple Podcast, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and I'm streamed sometimes, and more. Not anymore on LinkedIn, but because this topic touch kind of a news and the news right now. So okay, chat is open, guys. If you'd like to join, I see about 15 people. Sorry. All right, so just want to do a quickie on this Wednesday, the 4th, impromptu live like this, because I receive a lot of emails, a lot of questions, a lot of WhatsApp about, hey, Fredo, hey, AF, what's going on? What's going on with the CRTC thing? So let's go see it together, shall we? Am I broadcasting now? Yes, I am. Okay, sorry about that. And for Rumble, please help me grow. So if you're on Rumble, hit the glove, hit the notification, and let me grow on this independent, open source, and freedom of speech platform. And the first one who comment that I'm a fucking right nigger, I'm gonna blow your mind. Okay, stop it. It's nothing to do about your fake, false paradigm of left and right. It's about having a great experience on this earth, being treated like we are independent and autonomous. So if you are not a mature, autonomous people and you need someone to tell you what to do, be my guest. I'm for free choice. I'm pro-choice, so do the F you want, but don't impose into us all of this tremendous control, because some of us, we don't need control, and doesn't mean that we are chaotic. So let me see now. So this is the source from the government website, and once again, I bet, of course, Veronica, over at Streamlab, you are not able to give me my setting. Here we go. Okay, so apparently last Friday, just before the Truth and Reconciliation long weekend, because some have the day off, they had the day off on Friday, some had this Monday. Of course, at 2 p.m., this news release, September 29, 2023, Ottawa-Gatineau, Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunication Commission, an obsolete agency, if you ask me, that was created in 1976 to control, regulate radio and television broadcasters. Now, since Trudeau Liberal government take office in 2015, they have this tipping point toe on regulate what's going on the internet. So I would like to, first of all, because I didn't read the entire pieces here, but before going deeper into that, I would like to mention that to our bozos in Ottawa, same in Quebec, by the way, and probably if you are from Ontario and British Columbia and Manitoba, the same goes for those who are governing, right? I love this, governing in Ottawa, Winnipeg, Victoria, Quebec City, what have you. My message to any regulator, any legislator, internet was born free, okay? It was born open. It was born the net neutrality. Remember that? So there's no right or left. There's no socialist, communism, fascist, what have you, all of these distractions. It's only an opportunity for everyone to have a say, to everyone to express. And of course, some platforms are private. They could regulate the real hate speech or the real threatening things. So I remember back in the day on YouTube in 2006 when my account number was FSG235. That was one of my first account. I was a user 2898. Amazing, in Canada. And we saw some video from Thailand of people decapitating people. So this is not cool. This is not good. So of course, if you are a private platform out there, I hope you regulate about child abuse, to extreme type of content like pornography and stuff like this that doesn't need to be in our face. If you want it, go into the dark web, go whatever do. But in the public space, yes, some regulation are welcome. However, when it's coming to regulate with the IP address, the location of where you're from, everything about what should I call it? Yeah. Oh, I made a typo because yes, when you do a really, so yeah, I know, Julia. I'm sorry. So it's not what's going on in Canada; it's what's going on. I will correct it after the live broadcast. But thank you, Julia. You have a keen eye, and I'm sorry about that, everyone. But I will correct it because I was very eager to go because I've got a meeting later, so I don't have much time. So yes, so to answer the flow of emails and calls and SMS that I receive about what's going on in Canada about this, my message is this is not just like most of the people, most of the commentators in the last 48 hours, on especially like the sphere of the freedom fighter. They just talked about, censorship, Trudeau will censor internet. Yes, okay, we get it. For me, my concern is this is not true. On May 12, 2023, public consultation of what? Who was invited there? I was not invited as a broadcaster myself and everything. And my issue is about the net neutrality. It's about this tool that should be let alone because it's auto-regulating himself. I remember again, YouTube back in the day for the DMCA, they created it. They made everything at Google and even after later in Facebook and MySpace back in the day. So I don't see why the government have to be there to regulate speech or to control the flow of information that anyone like yours truly have to say. So could you imagine like the CRTC will hire, or maybe just like it's an hypothesis, I don't know. But now I will have to read in deep who will be imposition to register as a broadcaster. Because apparently the thing is to modernize Canada Broadcasting Framework. Like if Silicon Valley and all of these GAFA giants need the government of Canada, who is completely archaic in terms of technology of information, they don't even are capable, whether it's in Ottawa, Quebec, and Toronto, to make a good digital transformation project. They struggle about everything ID and social media themselves. So please give me a break. Step forward to modernize Canada's broadcasting framework. Yeah, well, so now because TV and radio is going down the drain, you need to regulate the new medium, which is, of course, the internet for the last 25 years. But I remind you, like, over the fact that, yes, my fellow podcasters and influencers might think that they want to regulate speech, maybe will be a bad side effect of it. But my concern now, it's where are the association for the freedom of internet, the net neutrality, and the decentralized platform. So they will just make the split go further in this society between those who want decentralization, they want like kind of autonomy, major self-organized group, and private corporation and everything. So they won't be able to win. So what I'm concerned is, should I register my Their Real Agile podcast, for instance? It's one of them that I got as a platform, as I said, about 5,000 subscribers. Should I do it now from Texas? Should I say that I'm live from Austin, Texas, and I cancel off my .ca stuff and I'm just doing my .com and I register everything under my company in Austin, Texas? Is it what Trudeau government is pushing us after the large exile of some of my fellow entrepreneurs for other fiscal reason and other stuff? Will it be again for this kind of marketing, social media, online influencer and podcaster entrepreneur that will go out and do their podcast from abroad? That's probably what's going to happen to a lot of us. But once again, what you see on your screen, it's the source on the CRTC Agency of Canada.ca website, explaining on Friday, just before a long weekend. They're really clever. When they do this, it's because they don't want you to know. So that's why I'm here today as a podcaster over a professional service consultant, by the way. Just make sure that you understand that. It's Alexandre Frédéric Joly, the Canadian citizen that speak now, and also a broadcaster. So I will have to go further in that, and probably I will write a letter to the communication media relation over at the CRTC, because I still need to. So quick facts here, let's see it together. Social media services must register, excuse me a second, imposition again. However, user do not. Okay, so I'm a small YouTuber, I'm a small podcaster, as I said, across all platforms. I got a mailing list of 5,000 people who follow me into audio podcasts platform or into one of the video platforms such as YouTube and Rumble. Does that make me only a user, or I'm a social media services? And when they say social media services, for me, I see the big YouTube, the big Rumble, the big this and that. And then after they go on to say that the quick facts is online services that offer podcasts must register. So probably Apple Podcasts and Spotify will have to register within the Canada border of operation. However, individuals who use social media, it sounds like me right now, right? Or maybe like you if you're an influencer also. To share podcasts, do not. So that's why we're going to have to read further, because you know the panic attack of those real right-winger, the real conservative who always scream like a wolf that the fire is in the forest and the freedom of speech is attacked. Yeah, well, I'm a little bit more objective and I'm really a bit more into the baseline reality, so I needed to read it by myself. So, of course, I'm not agreeing with the fact that the social media services such as Spotify will have to register as the CBC or CTV or any channel will have to do, or any subsidiary maybe of ABC network in the United States that do some kind of content here in Canadian soil. And then after the list of registered services will be published, okay, so it will be published, it's not yet published on CRTC website. So we'll wait for that to comment further. But I needed to go out because, as I said, a lot of you out there have asked me about, hey, Coach F, I know you have like bold ideas, you have a strong opinion on things, and you don't really like your Liberal government over in Canada. So what's going on? Well, you have to register to their Real Agile podcast. So far, sorry about that. So what I read on the website and prior to their listing, it doesn't seem like as an individual who use social media to share podcasts like I do, and I'm not even monetized of this. I know people send me some Bitcoins. I know people pay me a cafe. By the way, if you'd like to do like them, all the links are in the description of this broadcasting right now. So please buy me a coffee to warm up my heart. I always love coffee. And when you buy a coffee, it's really a coffee that I purchase with that. But if you'd like to send me some Satoshi or Bitcoin, you're welcome. But no shitcoin, no Ethereum. So I see there's about 12 viewers right now. The chat is open. I'm going to close it in about 5 minutes. So if you'd like to have some comment on the CRTC and small podcaster, small influencer, and decipher the difference between my principle and the value over the net neutrality and the fact that it should stay decentralized and we don't need any regulation such as they show here in the quick facts. Social media services to register to the CRTC or online service that offer a podcast must register. I disagree with that. And I can wait to see the list of registered services that will have to register. And if it's the case, I know a couple of my fellow Canadian, French and English Canadian, that will go away anyway, and they will broadcast from abroad with their incorporation from abroad to avoid this kind of unnecessary control that they call modernization. There's no such thing as modernization. And by the way, if you have question about it, you see the number here. Let me go there. You see that phone number? I will invite you and encourage you to phone them. Ask them about, hey, I'm a small YouTuber. I'm a small podcaster talking about my passion of Scrum and business agility. Will I have to register and pay a fee? And will you have to regulate my content and this and that? So, you know, and let me ask you something and put it in the comment below, please. Let's say that if our Agile Alliance or our Business Agility Institute or Scrum Alliance, whatever these pseudo body of knowledge of our community, will have to no, sorry about that. Will have to will ask us to maintain your certification. You need like these education unit point and blah blah blah. But on top of it, you will have to behave and be really careful on the topic that you have because you are a registered member of our organization. What will you say? What will you say to that type of private regulation from your certified body association? So please tell me in the comment below, and I'm going to make a survey of it, linking it to this government agency that want more and more control of our kind of life or our doing. It's incredible. Instead of spending time, effort, and energy and to combat crime, real financial crime, real sordid crime and everything, no. They concentrate effort, resources, and money into regulating the speech, the movement, and anything that touch the expression, the art, and the culture. Because, one of the things the CRTC does kind of really good, it's making sure that French and English is properly distributed in Canada in terms of content, that the Canadian content is not how could I say that? Overtaken by the American, our big cousin, south of the border. So, yeah. So, but again, I believe in free market capitalism. It should be leave it to the merit, to the thing. So probably if I didn't have 125 subscribers on YouTube, I will have closed. And now for those of you watching me on Rumble, please help me grow there because it's amazing. I have only about 25 subscriber on Rumble, but I've got more views, so it's something like very bizarre. And we don't have the same kind of statistics that we do have into YouTube to see. I know now on YouTube it's about 80% of you watching. Like when I do my live streaming of about an hour, you watch half the show, which is about 30 minutes, which is great. 80% of you are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, hit the bell. Subscribe on Rumble, hit the glove, and be notified. You could rest assured that every Friday at 12 noon Eastern Time, I'm here about a subject on everything business, agility, Scrum, conscious leadership itself, business consulting, everything. And coming soon, there will be a new program called AFJ Podcast. For now, that's the name title. We will talk about a bit more. So stay aware that the Dairy Agile podcast will be everything about business agility you won't hear elsewhere, but here because we dare, because we care. We care about the truth, the objective reality, should I say. There's no one truth, but it's at least a baseline reality. And one of the baseline reality I see with this CRTC is definitely, the sad effect, sad. It's not a mistake. I know some of you say, oh, you're not native English, you make... No. I know my English well, and it's a sad effect, not just a side effect. It's a sad effect on freedom of speech, on innovation and creativity, if we have more and more regulation by the CRTC on these internet platforms that should be left alone, like any other brick and mortar corporation, by the way. Stop this ESG imposition on them. So we are really in the dark age of imposition. And if you are watching or listening this transmission, you may be, or you are part of the renaissance that I would like to invite you to. So on that, beautiful, amazing people, think about it. Call the CRTC, ask them question, jam the line, and we'll wait for their list, and we'll do a follow-up, either within a Friday Live Agile or a Day Real Agile podcast. But according to what I read in this press release of last Friday, 2 p.m., just before the long weekend of Truth and Reconciliation, doesn't seem that individual like me, amateur podcaster like me, will have to register. So it's only the platform. But we'll see. But nevertheless, it is an attack on the net neutrality, and I think we should say no to that, and we should even help our crazy friend who screamed like a wolf that it's an attack on freedom of speech. It will be a sad effect, yes, no doubt. at some point, or we're going to have an exodus of creator going to Texas, Florida, California, what have you. They will leave Quebec and Ontario. They won't produce anymore from here. So that was Coach AF, known as my real name, Alexandre Frédéric Joly. That was a quick reaction to all the messages I received on the CRTC in Canada and a small podcaster, what's going on. So far, I just explained you, and I read you the source from the CRTC website. We don't know yet, and we'll see. So on that, see you Friday, 12 noon with curiosity or judgment. Are you in judgment or you're curious? We're going to talk about it. And the Friday after, it's will be a special live stream where I launch my new innovative professional services. Until then, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free to be whoever you wanted to be and to do whatever you wanted to do in respect of one another. Cheers. See you Friday.